Alright, hello boys and girls, welcome to Heroes Homeschool Academy. My name is Mr. Lan, and I will be walking you through 4th grade Science and Technology, week number 23. Okay, week number 23 is what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be talking about Earth's renewable resources, okay, part 2. We're going to be talking about renewable resources like living things and water. So what are the living things on Earth? There are living things on Earth in 2 categories, plants and animals. Okay, plants are those living organisms that make their own food. They turn sunlight to food through a process called photosynthesis. And plants also have something called chlorophyll, which is the green pigment that allows them to make food during photosynthesis. There are complex plants and simple cell plants. Simple cell plants are going to be things like algae and fungi. Okay, so don't forget that. So algae, say algae and fungi. And there are complex cell plants like trees, grasses, vegetables, and so on and so forth. And then there is another category of living things called animals, which is going to be inclusive of humans as well. So human beings are biological animals, not necessarily sociological animals, but we are animals biologically. Well, there are different ranges of animals. Invertebrates, like animals with no backbones, such as insects, and vertebrates, like animals with backbones, which are going to include things like amphibians. Say with me, amphibians, okay? So those are going to be frogs and toads, and they are cold-blooded, meaning that they absorb water and breathe through their skin, okay? Amphibians. Then there are birds, which are warm-blooded, like chickens and pigeons and flamingos and all that. And then there is fish. And then there are reptiles, okay, like cold-blooded animals too that have scales on their bodies. And then there are mammals. Now, humans are in the category of mammals. And mammals are things like elephants, whales, cats, dogs, and of course, humans. Okay, so all these are renewable resources in the planet. And then what about water? Water is another renewable resource because you do not deplete it. It just goes back and back and back and back. Alright, so the Earth's main constituent is actually water. It is an inorganic chemical substance called H2O, which is tasteless, transparent, and odorless, and colorless. Okay, water also forms the fluids of all known living organisms, and it is vital for life. It contains 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. Okay, so that's why we call it H2O. Alright, so go ahead and turn to page number 45 and answer these questions for me. What are the 2 types of living things that we talked about today? Well, 2 types of living things are going to be plants, right? And animals. Alright, so go ahead and document that. What are the 2 main types of animals? Well, 2 main types of animals are going to be invertebrates and vertebrates. Okay, so animals with backbones and animals without backbones. List different types of vertebrates. Well, different types of vertebrates are going to be amphibians, birds, fish, reptiles, mammals. Okay, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a way that plants convert sun's energy to food, and in the process of that they are going to convert carbon dioxide to oxygen as well. Alright, so that's what I've got for you today, boys and girls. Please turn to page number 44 and 45 of your workbook to see additional details which will help you to retain the content a little bit better. I want to thank you, boys and girls, for joining me today. Remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with heroes born, I will be your friend. So don't you